Today, I'm going to show you how to make this super simple coin pickup script that grants the player money whenever they click it. Okay, so first of all, we're actually going to need our coin or something that we want to be able to pick up. So I'm going to actually be making a coin, so I'm going to first insert a cylinder. I'm just going to sort of scale it up and down a little bit, give it a bit of rotation, make sure it's anchored, change the color to yellow, and then I'm going to change the material to smooth plastic. Also want the transparency just to be up a little bit. And there we go, we already have our first coin. So I'm going to quickly rename this coin, and then within this coin we actually need to make a click detector, because typically you can't detect if someone's clicking on an object if you're not using a click detector, because that's just a module that is really easy to use. I'll show you exactly how to do it. So click on your little white plus and click on click detector, or search it up or whatever, just make sure it's in there. Now in this click detector you can change the max activation distance, so you can say how many studs away do I want the player to be able to click on this coin. So I'm going to leave it at 32 just for demonstration purposes, but you can change it to whatever you want. And then before we actually continue with anything in our coin, we need to set up our money system. So head into your server script service, create a script. I'm just going to call this money script, and we're just going to create a super simple leader stats leaderboard, which is going to show in the top right and allows us to have some sort of monetary value to the player. So we're first going to say game.players.playerAdded connect function player. So what we're actually doing here is we're waiting for someone to join. So this event is going to fire when someone joins. We're going to get the player who joins, and then we actually need to assign them their money. So this isn't going to save, it's not a data store or anything like that. I will go over that in a future tutorial, but for now I'm just going to make this super simple just for demonstration purposes. So first of all, we need to make our leader stats folder. So we're going to say local leader stats equals instance.new folder. So all this is doing is just creating a new folder, but then we actually need to rename it because leader stats has to be in this exact case. Otherwise, it's not going to show up. It's not going to work. It's just a keyword that Roblox uses in order to give you that little leaderboard in the top right. So we're going to say leader stats.name equals leader stats. Make sure it's capitalized just like that. And then we also need to set the parent to the player. So we're going to say leader stats.parent equals player. So now we actually have our folder. We need to set up our money value. So we're going to be using an integer value, which is pretty much a whole number value. So we could have 1,000, we could have 10,000, we could have 1, 2, 3, 4, but we just can't have 1.5, 1.9, 84.3, that sort of thing. It will always be a whole number. So we're going to say local money equals instance.new int value. So we're just creating an integer value. We're going to say money.name equals money. And the reason I'm capitalizing it like this is because that is exactly what's going to show up in our top right hand corner. So if I left it like this and I didn't rename it, it would just come out as money with all lowercase. But I want my one to sort of look that way. Then we need to set the parent to the leader stats. So we're going to say money.parent equals leader stats. And then let's just give some base sort of value so we don't have to keep going through and changing it. We'll just say money.value equals 1,000. So there we go. That's all we need for our leader stats script. So once we actually join the game, we will now have some sort of monetary value, and we'll have that in our top right hand corner. Our player will always spawn with 1,000 money, and we can use this just as a little template for us to do our testing on. So now we can actually go back to scripting our coin. So click on the white plus, add a script. I'm going to call it collection script, and we first need to get our coin. We're going to say local coin equals script.parent. Then we also need to get our click detector. So we're going to say local click detector equals coin.click detector. Then we actually need to detect when the coin has been clicked. And the way that a click detector works is that once you apply it to a part, it effectively makes a clickable area all over the surface of your part. So wherever we click on here, this will always belong to the click detector. So we need to use the click detector's mouse click function in order to actually detect when the player has clicked. So we're going to say click detector dot mouse click. This will also work on mobile. Connect function, and then you can see up here in the little parameter tab we have player who clicked player. So all this will return is a player who has actually clicked it, which is exactly what we need. So we need to fetch our player. So we're just going to put player in here. Now this bit is super easy. We're just going to have two lines. We're going to destroy our part, and we're going to award the player with the money. So we're just going to say coin destroy, which basically just deletes it from your workspace. And then we actually need to get the player's money, which will be player.leaderstats.money.value. So what we're essentially doing here is we're getting the player who's actually clicked on our click detector. We're going into their leader stats folder and going into their money value. And you can see that we have dot value. So whenever you're actually working with integer values or bool values or literally anything, you will always be using dot value to read or write to the value that you want to change. If you were just to put dot money, that that would only return the object int variable, but we want the value of the int variable. Okay, so let's continue. We're going to say equals player.leaderstats.money.value plus, and then however much you want to add. I'm simply just going to add 5 because I think that's just an easy amount. And there we go, that's our entire script done. So all this is doing is we're getting the player's money and then we're setting it to the exact same amount of money they had, but we're just adding 5 to it. And that is the entire script. But what happens if you want more than one coin? All you have to do is just get your coin object, Control D to duplicate, and just drag it out. It will work completely independently with each coin that you create. So now if I just head into our game and give it a test, you can see that whenever I actually press a coin, it disappears and I get 5 money. And this works repeatedly with all of them. So I hope this video did help you out. If it did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you have any comments or concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. We also have a Discord you can join where people are always willing to help you out if you have any problems with your code. If you're in the Roblox group and the Discord, you also get a nice little role. And yeah, let me know what you want to see next. You can always leave that in the ideas channel of our Discord server or in the comment section below. Anyways, that's about it from me. I will see you later.